I had so many grudges against my biological mom. I couldn't understand why individual will go through these kind of experiences and yet at the same time not care about children of her own. But eventually, during the chapel, he was explaining about how to forgive ones who got all the grudges, anything that's holding you back from growing, developing. And he, after the chapel, basically, during the chapel, I accepted Christ into my life. And that's where my life turned around. I realized that because of my mom, well, if it wasn't my mom, I would have not been here. If it wasn't my mom, I wouldn't have any education, would have not graduated from high school, would have not had the opportunity to go to college or have a job or work or career or future. All those things would have not been part of my future if it wasn't because of my mom. And so I have forgiven my mom, and my lifestyle began to have more colors in life. I was able to actually enjoy it after that event, and I just was so thankful how all those things were able to bring the life to me. In orphanage, when my parents gave me a hug, it was something that I wanted, I craved. I always wanted to have a mom and dad of my own too, who can basically hug me or put me into bed and read a book or something like that.
You can tell me I rocked you to sleep a couple times.
No, no, it's amazing to have a mom, and the kids' futures, these kids' futures are in your hands, just like my future was in God's hands, which was my mom, my dad. Because of them, I would have not been here. And so many kids who got adopted, they are thankful. Day to day, I have a lot of friends who are in my area who came from same orphanage that I came. And we can communicate. We talk about all the past things and where we would have ended up. Most kids who are in orphanage, they'll get out by 16. They have to get out of orphanage system. They're kicked out to technical colleges, where you are, as a child, you are the one who is responsible for your care, for your safety, for your lifestyle. Everything is all up to you. Majority of kids end up stealing, robbing, everything, and they eventually end up in jail or suicide. And there are really few kids who will be very successful. As an adult, it's hard to find a job for an adult, experienced adult with a job or a job experience. For a child, it's even harder. And I'm very thankful to have, or God is very thankful, but I'm thankful on kids' behalves, because y'all are the ones who are gonna change their history, their future. And it's just amazing how God turned a small single individual like my mom and desire to help and help and help, and see so many kids who were my friends. I wanted to help in the beginning, have them have for them a father or mother. I wanted to provide that for them. But my mom, I'm very thankful my mom was able to help that to come to true.
Taylor, I wanted you to talk about the perception a lot of people ask me is, why don't the Russian people take care of and adopt these children? And it's a different culture. And I'd like for him to share with you kind of how people view orphans and how the orphans feel being an orphan in the system in Russia or Ukraine or Latvia and Eastern Europe.
As an orphanage, when you end up in orphanage, all the Russian people, all the individuals will look at the orphan and they will say, he is a troubled kid. You ended up over there in this orphanage because you did something bad. Yeah, you're just troubled. Family cannot take care of, cannot control you. You're just not a good kid.
It's like you deserved it.
You deserved it. Yeah, definitely. You basically deserve to be where you are. And it's sad where you, as a child, you walk out on the streets, everybody points fingers at you, oh, he's a troubled kid. We're not. We're definitely not. Well, maybe because of a lifestyle we ended up, we're a little bit lonely and we're a little bit not ourselves. But where are the parents? Where's the right hand? Where's that guidance hand? So in somewhat, it's not us. It's not the ones who are pointed at.